Hello and welcome to Live with Rex, episode 187. Tonight's live stream. I know that I talk a lot about trying to get longer streams on the go and have these streams do better. Well, here's the thing with that. So for the first time in a long time, I've got my phone full battery. It is just about to click over to 9, so I'm even a few minutes earlier than what I wanted to be, and I've got some goals. So one of the goals, in no particular order, I'm just trying to continue my general organisation because it's a small room, and I'll admit this is a little bit more like a storage unit these days. So we're going to do fixing some of that. We're also going to continue organisation of this. I did not get back to doing this last night because I'll admit the phone call I was on, the first one ran over quite late. Then again for a bit there was another phone call, and time just got away from me. So I kind of didn't feel like doing one once we got past a certain point in time. But a couple of updates. So there's been a change on the gaming stuff. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Hey, so first change, right? Also, you guys know that I not long ago bought an Xbox Series S in order to play the new Forza, Lego Batman, and the new GTA that's coming out. You'll notice my Xbox One is missing. Well, I've got this gaming setup here. The PS2 is coming out the cabinet finally. I'm great, how are you? You'll notice I've got this gaming set up, but I have a second Xbox 360, so I had an idea. Let me show you guys. Yep, just put my hand over the camera. That makes for compelling footage. Check this. So, this room, by the way, before we go any further, this room's currently being it's just been redecorated, so the place is a mess, but it's like the main room of my house, right? So what I've done is, the Xbox One, just about every game console, or modern game console in the last 20 years can play Blu-rays in them. And the TV that I've got in the other room is I intentionally downgraded to a 2010 Sony Bravia TV. Because I wanted it, most of my game consoles are early 2010s back. I wanted those to look good. And I don't really watch Blu-rays on that TV too much, but I like to watch them in here. So I've kind of been doing some stuff in here, so this is the other 360 that I had. I do keep that, the slim one's in here. The Xbox One now lives in here as a Blu-ray player. I was actually in here earlier while I was doing some organising, watching room 327. So there's that. That's pretty much what I've got going on in here. So that's where that is, because I'm not going to get that comment in the room tour. It's in here with... The way it works is I've got my Xbox Live account logged in to that 360, so all I'll do is, that's why there's a thumb drive at the front of the MW2 one. It's basically a convenience thing. Sometimes I want to sit and play it on that TV, and it's I went and got myself a special 360 because I wanted to buy one. I was like, well, I've got two. I'll keep the other one as a backup, something to do in the other room. But I'm changing the gaming setup stuff as well, so be prepared for a live stream where I do a lot in it. I'm thinking midnight is when I want this one to end out. I've got it's an ambitious goal, but I know we can achieve it. The one thing is, the Xbox One had all of my... best way to just put this. The Xbox One had all of my stuff signed in on it. Like Disney+, YouTube, Netflix. So obviously, this being a TV from 2010 it's not a smart TV. I don't think we had those yet. Wasn't really a thing. Oh, I don't remember people back then having smart TVs. Hey, how's it going? WhatsApp, bro. What are you on about? We're not so much going to play games, but I'm just explaining where things have moved. We're kind of just doing some room stuff in this one. See, I've not got around to playing it yet. I've played the new Forza, but that's because it was free. See, I'm the guy that spends hundreds on retro Lego and other things, but for some reason, the thought of paying the price for the new Lego Batman's that'll be the first new release I've bought in years, and I saw it and was like, is that really the price? So, I've not played it yet. I'm not in a hurry to, but I do want to, if that makes sense. like, it is on my list of games that I do want to play. Not to mention, I did put all that time and effort into replaying one of the old ones, so, or the very first Lego Batman game, I should say. I put quite a bit of time and effort into, so I'd like to play it. I don't know what I've done with the remote, so. One sec, I'm trying to get this to set. Again, it's not as bad. Well, with a smart TV, you lose the remote. There is no side buttons. I have to navigate using those until it'll be on the bed somewhere. You might know how much fun these are not. Is there an OK button for selecting things? So I have a temporary fix to this. We'll just swap watch HDMI's in the back of this. Do you know what? There we go. But I'm going to be changing up the gaming setup and finally bringing the PS2 back to where it should be. In other words, not where it currently is, you know. In the really stupid place I have that sitting. But yeah, now I can... See, I do want to play the game, like I said, but I'm just not playing it right now. But yeah, like I said, the Xbox One, it's a good console, right? But I've decided to move it through there for other uses, since this will be my main... Like, when I want to watch things, I'll mainly be using this one. Right, so when you get YouTube and Disney Plus and Netflix installed. Perfect. Installing in queue. So while that's doing some installing, we'll do some other stuff that he's doing around here and whatnot. Trying what the easiest way to achieve this would be. You'll get everything done that I need done. Installing viewing queue. 1 second. I'm gonna see what the heck. Sometimes there is like the slight problem. What? What the hell are you on about? That's not what you think it is. That's a picture of a dead family member. It happens to be, it's the quality of the picture. One second. That's what you're seeing. Not a big fan of the comment you've made, to be honest. Yeah. Like, don't worry about it, but yeah, like that. Yeah. Don't worry, I don't take it personally. Well, enough. I will say one thing. You're the first person to mention that photo being there. Right, let's see where this is at. Viewing queue. Is it actually installing? Yay, it wants to give me nonsense. It can do that at times. I will have to get myself a flash drive USB because I've noticed in this Series S does not have a lot of storage in it. My games and apps. See all. Because there's only 2 games actually installed on this, Forza 6 and Teardown. Like the main games I've been playing on this. Right, let's get Netflix. Hey, how's it going? Right, let's get that one installed. Alright, it just took a while. I'm curious. I have Minecraft digitally on my Xbox One. Can I get it on my Series S? Not bad, I can get it. Right, Disney Plus. To be honest, my Xbox One was more so getting used for this, and my logic thinking was, well, my Series S can do all the stuff. I'm going to use the Series S for it. And Joe, I was going to briefly say, like, stop, but I'm going to get, hey, how you doing? I'm going to get all my accounts installed, just because if I don't do it right now, I know I won't do it at all. Or I'll want to watch something, and then suddenly it'll be a problem. Am I forced to actually sign in with my phone? Is there not, alright. There's not a manual way on here to sign into YouTube. Hey, how's it going? So you have to, right, okay, fine. Netflix, I would imagine I can just sign in without my phone. Do you require the phone for all of these? If so, I'll just do them after the stream and wait till then. Let's see. Oh, good. There was an actual use the remote version. Yeah, I'm great. How's things? Just get signed in. Man, I don't really use Netflix that much. I don't know if I justify the subscription anymore, but there is something to do watch on it occasionally. How do I make something a capital? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, man, I'll see you later on. I'll be streaming for a while anyway if you want to come back. We'll just get this inputted now. That's Minecraft installed. That is very sensitive. If it does that again, I will just give up and use my phone. But I mean, like, after we do the live stream. We are essentially just getting signed into things at the moment. Apparently my password was incorrect. Yeah, maybe the phone later on after the stream will be the way to go with this. I'll have this one more attempt at this one. Oh wait, is that it? Am I signed in, or is it about to tell me you have used too many attempts or something like that? Alright, we're signed in. Perfect. Right. I have a quick peek at Minecraft. Does it move all the worlds and stuff over from the other console, or no? Essentially, yeah. That is what this channel is. Mostly Lego related stuff. If you've not figured it out, I'm a man-child. Yes, I would like to dismiss these things. Play. I can download stuff from my Xbox 360 on here. Alright, that's something else. I did not know I could. I have never tried to do this. So that's pretty cool. Wow. Or am I wrong by saying this was a world I had on the 360? Yeah, if I go down there, I'll die. I'm not here to play Minecraft, but apparently I felt like signing. For the last time I was playing this, I was just hunting for some of the achievements in this edition. So, well, we'll have a go at the Disney Plus one and go from there. Again, we can't sign in on YouTube without phone. It doesn't let you do it like with the Xbox remote. You must scan the thing. What? I was given keys. I had to go to I had some things that Martin wanted at a spare key. They usually have to be one. I've done a lot to your living room. It's not finished, but my back, I can't get in there. I'm done for the night. My back's set, and I've got work all day tomorrow. You can go see if you want, but it's ready. Oh, you should have said, didn't they? Kent had bought a new one. What? What stuff? I'm not done, but my back's set. I don't want any more stuff. I've got a long day tomorrow. seen them yet. Right. That hole in that gate. One moment. Dogs. Right, I see there's a big comment for me to read. Sorry, I was only doing something there. Honestly, I don't have any of the Lego that I had as a kid. This is all repurchases. I understand that sentiment completely. So that makes sense. One moment. That's good. But yeah, we're here just to continue the organization. I just need to sign in, like, yeah, Scottish as well. I mean, I can't wear it. It doesn't seem to work on my head because I wear glasses and stuff. But that helmet there is the 2008 Hasbro Clone Wars helmet. You know, when they did a whole bunch of toys coming up for Star Wars The Clone Wars. I prefer most of the ones that they did with Lego, but pretty cool. We're going to be both taking the PS2 file out the cabinet and setting it up. We'll get the tech stuff done first because I just want to know if it works or not. Some of the stuff that I'm setting up, or it'll work the way that I'm going to have it set. So let's get the Disney Plus stuff fixed. You have to do Disney Plus via your phone, right? Okay. So turn off the Series S. The reason I'm doing this is I've decided to move my Xbox One, which had all my kind of streaming accounts and stuff on. Well, they're just PlayStation 1 and 2 memory cards that I'm dropping. Put them up there on the shelf. I moved through there so it could be a Blu-ray player and stuff like that. So in here, the way that I've got everything set up is changing. Very delicate because this beanbag has a tantive on it due to rearranging. We will deal with that later. So I've got this Blu-ray player as well in here. That will take its place. Let's go in here. That game will fall, by the way. I have not been able to play on this because when things are set up, I couldn't have it. But not having the Xbox One here will actually help. So, start to move things. We'll take discs out. The one thing here that had a disc drive. There's not even a disc in the 360. I suppose that's a good thing. So I suppose the main thing I'm curious about is if this works. I've had this sitting around for a while and we're actually going to find out today if this thing works or if it is just, you know, a paperweight. There it is. This is the, it uses the same wire as a PS2, so I don't have to plug anything in to test that it works. Let's have a look. Well, it turns on. Alright, it pops up the words Blu-ray disc. So if I hit eject, will it, where is eject? There it is. Alright, that's a fun question. So, that can be answered one of many ways. For example, I do have the figures. They're just currently in bags because we're rearranging things. Cloud City is a good answer. The 2011 Superstar Destroyer is a good answer. The Dropship's an answer, as well as the original UCS Falcon from 07. It's between those is all the most expensive items within this collection. So it's like a static housing. Like the building sits upon bricks and stuff like that. Like it is like secured into things in the ground stuff. They are quite nice to live in. You know, so see, because a lot of the stuff they have in a normal house, like less of the stuff in this house is fixed. There's more modification you can do. These houses are cheaper than normal houses, like that would be a benefit. Right, so with the volume turned way down because of my help, and I've just jumped it from out of the source. Brilliant. I don't know where the remote has went at this moment, so this is slightly not fun. I was going to test to see if this works, but I know that it turns on, so that's like a good sign. So I normally watch Blu-rays in the living room because I'm more modern TV. I use this more old school kind of flat screen for gaming. Right, this is it's a Panasonic Blu-ray player, just to, if I occasionally do find myself want to watch them in here. Right, so let's get this set up then. So I said this live stream will probably top out at 2.5 hours to 3 hours long. And we've only done half an hour, so we're going to get some things done. Keys for work. If I lose those, I die. Let's go tomorrow. Do a few other things. That's the wiring for my PSP whenever I need to charge it. Right, so we're going to unplug the Xbox 360. Well, one of the cooler versions of the console is this is the Modern Warfare 2 edition from 2009. So you're going to go over there. The Xbox Series S will be at the top. It will have to be because it has that on top fan. So, you got to take that into account. So suppose Blu-ray player is gonna have to go at the bottom, right? Because it's the widest, and that'll be the best way to work this with the TV. Nope, that would cause things to fall. That's not good, right? So you can have that there, right? Then probably the Xbox 360 on top of that. Followed by what? The PS2. And the Series S. And they can be over there like that little tower of consoles and the Blu-ray player, which means when I'm sitting on my beanbag to game, I guess I have to go like that. Stand back, make sure I'm happy with that. I mean, it's a unique look for this little stack of different consoles and stuff from different generations, but I'll make it work. It's the most modern going console. I've not yet upgraded to the PS5, but that will be happening. So I'm not playing anything right now. I'm just sorting out the setup because I have many retro consoles. Oh, I don't like calling them retro. Let's believe it as that. Nothing makes me feel more old than calling things I played as a kid retro. Right, so now I've established this system will work, I will now implement it. We shall now try this idea. Because it happens I have a spare HDMI slot now that the Xbox One's not being used. But I like the fact, right, that the Blu-ray player or the TV recognised it as a Blu-ray player. I thought that was pretty neat. So HDMI 1 will have to be the Xbox Series S. Crap, I'm going to have to play about with this one. Of course, the PS2, because it's a PS2 and it came out in the year 2000, it uses AV cables. See, I don't like modern game consoles or modern gaming the way I like certain generations. Like my favorite game console of all time. Granted, I've got more games for the 360, but the PlayStation 2 is just an unrivaled console. And I've had many people try to tell me otherwise, and I find it funny whenever someone does try. It's like, well, here's the thing. They're good, but this had something about it that the other ones just haven't done. Like, I'll show you my games, right? I am a big, into my old school games, like PS1, PS2, PSP, Xbox 360. The Xbox One stuff's up there, and of course with this Series S, it's all digital. If you like this kind of content involving the gaming stuff, I have a second YouTube channel called Rex Collects, and on there, loads of content like this. Xbox 360. I'm also into vintage media formats. So it's like I have things like, you know, granted I've had to order one because my other one died. These machines can die if you own cheap ones. Or if you bought cheap ones, they do die, but I've recently replaced mine. But I have had to order, I went out and ordered a VCR, you know, VHS cassette player. Yes, thank you, Blu-ray player, but why you don't have a disc inside you? Bye. It says bye, that's brilliant. The PS2s, I think, were... Here's the thing, the PS2 is a console. They had very few design faults that would kill them. The Xboxes are fine. As much fun as the Xboxes are, they were famous for having things that would kill them or things that would not work. Which is like maybe their one downside to them, was that? I am waiting, right? Wait, what's this cable? Right, it's a HDMI cable. Cool. I'll just plug this one. Wait, how many HDMI cables do I actually have plugged in as part of this? That's actually a very good question. So I need to get power for the Xbox at the top. Where is that cable? There it is. So I'll make sure they can all turn on. Yep. My PS2 stuck in standby. PS2 turns on. The Xbox 360 is turning on. And the Blu-ray player are all able to turn on. Let me just check all the disk drives are working. Blu-ray player, disk drive is working. 360's one is working at way it's standing. And the PS2, of course the PS2 works pretty much immediately. In the Series S, that's not something it had. I have two Xbox 360s, right? So I've got the one here that you see within the stack of craziness. That's a 2009 Modern Warfare 2 version. And I've got a 2010 Xbox 360 Slim that I keep in the main room, of course, with an Xbox One. See, if I buy a modern console, the only thing is a modern TV might not be great for it, or this TV might not be great for it. It's a bit dusty. I'm not the type to actually dust this lately, but this is a 2010, so it really works well with like this era of stuff. Sony Bravia TV. Oh, and it works great for what I use it for. Best, like, and I found that in a charity shop for 40 quid. Best money I ever spent by far. Ended up being very, very worth it. One second, I'll read your comment in a moment, Scooter. I'm just going to put this Lego set up on top of my the little acrylic cases we keep up here now. It's like a little monument to Lego Star Wars Old Republic, because it's one of the only sets that's been bought from that film. Is that... So is the game like worth it? Because I've heard that it is, but I was like, I still want to play it for myself to know. The only thing I don't want to stand right is I've got the Blu-ray player, the 360 and the PS2 are a sleek looking black color, but I have not been able. I know they exist. I'm sure they exist. Black Xbox Series X's. The white makes it stand out a bit. Maybe, and I'm not a big fan of these. I had them on controllers maybe 15 years ago, but I am tempted to buy, now that I'm looking at this, you can get those wraps that wrap around the entirety of a console. And, you know, so I could make it fit in with other ones. See, that was my reasoning. Last year, I upgraded from a very small TV that I had in here, but it was like on these off-brand ones that wasn't that great, and it was an old TV, but it wasn't one of the good old ones. To a 2025 Hitachi Smart TV, right? And at first, I thought it was great, but see, since I went back and bought this, it's made more sense. Like, as far as gaming goes, this just works better, right? So in order to get the Tantive and stuff off the beanbag, we're going to continue what I was planning on doing last night, but didn't get round to, is continuing the reorganization of this. I think the only way this might be a problem, but then again, I think it should be fine, is the PS2 is a wired controller, because that's just, you know, it's the year 2000, so of course it is. Hopefully that doesn't present to be a problem here. I do need to rehome the Lego Shield truck. Oh yeah, I have seen the thing about the codes. That I am caught up in. I've been seeing that. Right, I've just broke the Tantive. I have Oh wait, no, you can't say that word on a YouTube stream, because then the government with all their attack helicopters will come shoot me. Its head has been accidentally removed. Starship Series Tantive. We're just going to continue. I can't get back to the other stuff until this is done, so, you know, gotta get done. This is a very neat look, because I mostly sit and game while I'm in bed, but I move this slightly. There we go. I now have the option, should I want to game on my beanbag. And obviously when the VHS or VCR, whatever time you want to use, comes, that'll get adjusted. I bought a few movies from that, because there's some movies where they had extended or longer versions on that format, so that's kind of why I buy stuff for it. So I'm a bit of a movie guy. Let's see, I got a message. Whoops. Right, let's continue. So the Falcon is a New Hope thing, so that's going to stay on the shelf automatically. Alright, this is a Return of the Jedi, this Ewok catapult, so that's going to have to go to the back here. Again, this will... I only have to arrange the A New Hope one right now, technically, so I can get the Tantive into it. Well, I'm very popular right now as far as phones go. X-Wings, I'm still figuring out, because I have the down swamp X-Wing and the Empire Strikes Back display. This X-Wing that I'm holding here is the one from 2006. So, technically, this X-Wing counts more as an Empire Strikes Back set, because and I know the X-Wing was a universal vehicle used amongst all the main movies in the original trilogy, but this one had Empire Strikes Back themed minifigures in it. I don't know. I'm in Edinburgh. I don't know if that helps with that determining. Can I have this be part of the Empire Strikes Back display? Or is that not going to work? And am I going to wake up in the middle of the night going, why the hell did I do that? After it falls. Yeah, no, that'll be instant regret. The biggest build that I have for A New Hope would probably be the Tantive. Yeah, let's I do have the Star Destroyer from 06 as well. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Put these over here temporarily. Oh, the amount of times I said I'll put something next to the TV temporarily and it stays there all week. No, then again, I bet some of you can probably relate to that silliness. See, I could have those stacked of an Xbox One because it would have to be on top, but then where the Series S go, because they both have top-mounted fans. Everyone else has side or back-mounted fans on there, so it works. Funny enough, a friend of mine did suggest trying it and he was like, I'm not going to kill an Xbox just to figure this out. Yeah, this has to go down on the shelf before. This set does have some slight picking up issues. 2009 Tantive. See, this would be on TikTok where someone would jump in the comments and try to forcibly like educate me on why I should buy the one from 2019. I'm aware the set has Bail Organa, but to me that's not enough reasons to go buy it. Anyway, I'm the modern Lego moron. I would simply just go buy the actual set he came. I would go buy the minifigure off the internet. Right. That's on there. We do have some stray Lego, but it's more manageable now. We'll do the other shelves in this stream. I just wanted to get this one done temporarily so I could actually put the beanbag in places that, you know, I don't have to be worried that it's not exactly at a flat angle or it'll fall apart. So I have the Mos Eisley Cantina back there. I have the Dewback. So right now I'm not just doing a quick setup with it. I am actually rearranging it the way I'm going to have it. There is a part to this I will need to look for. I've just remembered. I have both, or rather, I have two versions of Luke's land speeder. So that one can be the one that's next to all that stuff. This one can go here. I have 2004 and 2010 land speeders on display. I like both to the point where I was not able to decide which one would stay on the shelf. It's a bit like X-Wings. I like the X-Wings that much. It was hard to decide which one would stay and which one would go. Then again, this Tantive hallway might not fit in there the way I want it to, so... Do you know what? The Tantive hallway loses out on this. It will get displayed somewhere else. But there'll be other ways to figure it. No, I did own that set at one point in time, but I was moving house a few years ago and I opted to sell it to make moving a little bit easier. I do regret, but I am looking to buy another one. Like, I do want another copy because it's a brilliant set. Right. I have temporarily solved the issue of where the hell do we put things as we move things around. Can I put the Starship Series Tantive back there without it looking bad? Alright, I surprisingly can. So yeah, turns out my episode 4 shelf is mostly sets 10 or plus years older for the most part. It is classic, and it gets a lot of undue dislike from the modern, like the newer Lego collectors. My feeling with it, of a lot of people, right, when it comes to the '08 Death Star, some people who are just getting into the hobby for the first time do like it. But see, for the '08 Death Star, oh no, it's not the 2009 one I've got. Sorry, 2019. I have the 10th anniversary one from 2009. People have told me to buy 2019 and I keep not doing it. I like the one from 2019, but I like the 2009. Insert the Jeremy Clarkson meme. This is good, but I like this. That meme. Because that's kind of how it is. Like, 2019 is good. It's probably the better one for build and everything else. But I like the other one. Oh, wait, have I just discovered a longer cable for this? Or no? This is another thing entirely. I'm an idiot. Right. Put the tripod up. We're going to be getting something filmed for my second channel tonight. The PlayStation 2 collection stuff will finally get filmed because I've still not got round to actually getting that done and doing it. So that will help. God, if I vacuumed in here yesterday, you wouldn't know. The beanbag I use for gaming. Due to the space I have in here, I enjoy the fact that I can just throw that places. So if I had a gaming chair, I'd be screwed. Is that the damn TV or not? Nice. No, like, let me put it to you this way in terms of Death Star. So the new Death Star gets disliked, and I'll admit, I think it deserves it. By the way, I'm just going to quickly check all these HDMI connections and stuff make sense. So if I turn this on, it should pop up the load up for the Series S. Yep. So if I now change the source to AV1, no, there's nothing in the AV. If I switch it to AV3, one second. No, I'm fine. I'm gonna have a pizza later on. I've got one in the freezer. That's in 4 days. Hey! Little bastard just tried to bite me when I was petting Cole. I tell you, I came into work the other night, right? I went to pet Cole and he tried to bite me, and Cole went for him. Hey. Oh, where did you put that? In the fridge. Alright. Yes, today we've got loads of cook. No, no, we've got a case. We've got a case. Up the top. Up above. Up above. No, under. Under. There. Behind you. I didn't think you'd like. I don't think you'd like this. So it's made to taste like berries. It's juice. It's nice. Ah, hang on. Where are they? I thought they were up at the table. There's still water in it. There's not a lot, but there's still water in there. In the fridge. Right, so I've ordered the new concrete. I tell you, it was cost a fortune to get the right one. £35 to get slab concrete. A builder's merchant. A builder's merchant wanted £45. I think Amazon for 35. Aye, but you have to wait a few days. They don't do next week. Ah, but you order normal things. Things like concrete aren't included. Ah, that's still yellow. Number 12. Right. Is it helping you? Well, you don't go out in the sun, so you need vitamin D. I don't know. I bought them cheap because two were missing. That bag of donuts, there was two missing. It's a nice one. Ah, but you have to wait. You have to rip that up. Get that in? Get it in. You need a nicer cup of tea. That's why I bought them. I've got a spare tea for straighten that they've asked me to keep. So in case of a problem, because that's pretty close, Martin can just meet me at Asda and you can get a key off it. So and get the key off me. The think it's handy for somebody close to have a key. Even though I don't. Well, I've got a key. I've got a set of three in a ring. One of them is for the alarm in Meadowbank to turn off the alarm. The other one's for the manager's office and the store's door. The other one's for the safe. So I could rob the body if I wanted. Aye, they're not very good cameras. The cameras are about 18. The cameras are about 19-year-old and they don't work. They're quite fuzzy. You can't see what's happening. We have to do that. And there was these cameras at that bit. I used to get in trouble on Straighten because Kevin's sister would speak to me for ages in the bloody aisle. And I got in trouble for that a few times. Yeah. See in Straighten. Kevin's sister would come in and I'd get in trouble if Sharon spoke to me for too long. And I come round and say to them, that might be a customer, you know. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. One second, I need to see what's being said. My favorite set. See, that changes frequently. So, like, one of my favorites of all time, and this is one that a lot of people don't share the opinion of, 2012 UCS B-Wing, or the Home One's one of my favorites, Cloud City's another one. My most recent set that I got was the Yoda's Hut from 04 with the X-Wing. That's a favorite. One that's a favorite for sentimental reasons, because I originally got a copy of this Falcon for my birthday in 2012. And I sat and built this with someone I was very close to at the time. And unfortunately, he passed away. And I think a week or two after he died, I went on eBay and spent the money to get a sealed one of these just to have that experience. And honestly, this set is like, if there's an emotional comfort set, it's the 2011 Millennium Falcon. Because we built that Falcon while Return of the Jedi was playing. And I know, granted, this was 14 years ago now, which is, wow, that's crazy. But it's, I don't know. I went through a phase for a while of going and picking up sets that we built with each other, because me and him would build them with each other. This was someone I was very close to. He died, unfortunately, at a very young age. Right. Why is this AV not working? Oh, right. That's why. So yeah, that's probably one of the Lego sets I have a bit an emotional attachment to, if you want to put it that way. Right, the PlayStation 2 shows up for AV. Right. But just because we're on stream, go. The noise has played. So let's go and check HDMI 4, which I'm assuming is the Xbox 360. It is. So I hit on for the Blu-ray player. What HDMI source do you show up as being a part of? I'm guessing you're HDMI free. No? There's no danger. You're HDMI 1. You shouldn't be. Is there just not a HDMI plugged into this? Did I have neglected to plug in a wire? Jesus Christ, why did I do that? We'll all get into other things. I'm just trying to make sure that this works before I do absolutely anything else. So that should now show up as... See, I get that question a lot regarding that set. But something I think I should point out to you is it's not the UCS Falcon that most people think of. Let me show you, right? So this Falcon is not the one that you can currently buy from the Lego store, right? And weirdly enough, a lot of people, when they see this, oh good, that is working. That this is a mock that I bought from somewhere or made myself. This is set 717. No, this is set 10179 from 2007. It's the original UCS Falcon. These are the figures you would get with it back in the day. You know, they don't quite doing special figures on these yet, so it's the more basic ones. I recommend it. Now, the set has no interior apart from the cockpit or the gun station, you know, for top and bottom for a look and hand, but... So I'm going to turn the volume way down and insert a Blu-ray just out of curiosity to make sure this works. I'll take a random Blu-ray that I've got on the shelf, right? So we'll take Transformers out the stack, right? The volume is completely down, so we're not going to have to worry about, you know, random copyright claims as a result of doing this, so we're good. See, you don't get copyright strikes while you're streaming, right? But I let these upload afterwards as videos. You know, because the way I see it, I like to keep these streams. That's why they're all dated in the title. There's a random Blu-ray that I have. A co-worker, he got me into the whole collecting Blu-rays thing. So now I have quite a few. Not as many as him. Like, he's got an insanity amount of things. But I'm a physical media person, so let's just have a look. The volume, let's check. I'm very sure this is completely down. Yep, volume's down. Does it or does it not work? Let's find out. It says it's playing the disc, but there's no actual... That is smart. On some parts of the shelves, they sometimes are, but those minifigures there, they're cool. They're retros, like the minifigures that were around when I got into collecting, but they're not. And sadly, Lego World is not... This Blu-ray player is actually giving me some trouble. So it's turned on, I'm unable to press home on the remote. That is actually kind of sketchy. So I'm going to take a seat and sort this one out. Now, why are you turning off? Right, okay, right. There's also some mods we didn't get previously. Let's see where this goes. Oh, good, it does work. I was a little bit concerned there. So, I've started collecting twice. So, I originally got into Lego Star Wars in 2008 when I was 5. I then, due to personal situations and stuff that was going on in life, I unfortunately lost my original collection. I don't want to get into what happened. And this is my collection from 2015 onwards. This is 11 years. Oh, good. See, look, the Blu-ray player does actually work. Perfect. That means I can watch Blu-rays. See, again, you might argue why do you not keep the Xbox One in here. The Xbox One I'm using for other stuff in other rooms, so that's why. Right, there we go. We got somewhere with a thing. So I'll turn off the TV for now, because normally on the streams what I would do is I would put a certain... One of my favourite YouTubers to put on in the background, because his stuff is copyright free, is Jago Hazard. Or Jago, how you want to put it. And he does like retro train stuff, and it's like he doesn't copyright people for using his videos on the background, so it's like just noise for me. But I'm not going to do that because I can't get into YouTube directly. So I'm going to be now just coming and going, throwing some things out, dealing with some things. But we've still got quite a bit of stream left, so why not hang around? I'll be right back. Ever fight me again, and I'll show you who's fucking boss now. Bad. Right? Ever fight me again. Sorry, but if you try to fight me, I will follow you. Never fight me again, okay? But like I said, there'll be some slight coming and going just for the next little bit. Also, 2021 feels very recent. That was 5 years ago. That's kind of when we were still getting some decent sets as well. So what's more your thing when it comes to collecting? Are you more of a current collector, or are you more of a... Are you like me? Do you like to go looking for the retro stuff? Granted, I was around when this stuff was new collecting, so to me it's just a bit like, it's just severe nostalgia whenever I go and buy sets from that era. Because, well, that's what it is. It's like getting to buy a bit of my childhood again. That's kind of the fun part about it. Let's see, what else we got here? We need to sort out. What time is it? Okay. Sure. A part of me, right, is slightly debating. And again, I am open to the idea of just scrapping the idea. I'm going to throw some things out that I need to throw out, and we can come back and talk this one through. Or do you guys like the idea of me doing another stream tonight, like taking a brief break to do a few things and then coming back? Or do you want this to be a long one? What do you think? I mean, I try to stream daily. It can be difficult. But I do make the effort to try and do it, like, whenever possible. Granted, that doesn't always work, but we do try. But I am debating taking a 30-minute break from streaming, and coming back and doing another part, because that seems to always be the better way to do these. I do like doing the long unbroken streams, but that's more so for when I'm building with Lego. I feel that works better. I'm just putting some stuff back I had in the other room. Like Forza 5, decent game, but I think honestly the Mexico map doesn't appeal to me as much as the Japan map we have in the new game. So, yeah. Right. I've made up my mind. We're going to end this one. So what time is it? It's 18 minutes past 10, right? I'm going to come back at like 11:15 and something like that. Within the next 40 minutes, within the next half an hour, I'm going to come back, do a part 2 and stuff. I'm going to set some things up here that I can't do without my phone. I'll see you guys then.